I will crush anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate to kill.
Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time we beat the battle because we're amazing. This time we're going to look at all kinds of social links after it goes through the post-battle discussion-a-thon. And now I know it's a peaceful place because I know more about the history.
I wonder why it is that you recall this place. You must be weak of heart. Each time I speak, it scares you so.
That's a very interesting line, considering it's not his heart.
Although the battle's at an end, do not feel too at ease. Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated by this place. As far as I can tell, this is your first time here.
Except, we've actually been here in 2 lives already.
Here? I dare say it would be impossible to have forgotten such a place as this. I must admit I am unsure. Beyond the name and this strange feeling of familiarity, I can't seem to remember anything about this place. And yet, a great depth of emotions tied to that sense of familiarity. Like joy and sorrow, pain and love, and all things in between. If I was somehow here before, I wonder what took place.
Professor? I was wondering where you were. It's about time we headed back to the
I
monastery.
love the idea that at the end of the battle he just like wanders off somewhere.
It is time to depart. But know that time reveals all things. One day I will remember that which I have lost.
And on that day I will be angry.
It seems you've earned my gratitude. The thieves who came here are no more.
Why are you grateful?
I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same.
Now, again, and obviously, it is interesting how much of this plays into more that you understand now that once you finish the game. Because we know why she's grateful, because this is sacred ground to her.
In any case, you must become accustomed to my voice. If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do. Oh, you think you're standing strong? Of course you are. It was a jest.
On our way out, I had the chance to observe the Red Canyon. Did you notice anything, Professor?
It was red? Sure.
Of course. I expected as much.
I noticed that it was red.
The area was covered in ruins, each more curious than the last. They did not match the architectural style of any era or culture within the Empire, or across all of Fodlan for that matter.
So that actually means that the canyon was... Why did I not consider any of this the last time? Like when I played Dimitri's route. Because if it doesn't match the architectural style, that means it is a match of those who slither in the dark. Does that actually... So, yeah, because they are the ostracized people that have pseudo fled underground. That's the problem. I don't remember a lot about them because I wonder if that's why I didn't consider it before, because I wonder if Dimitri's route doesn't talk about this, since his route has nothing to do with those who slither.
That can only mean one
Slither.
thing. The Valley civilization must have flourished and fallen in the distant past, long before the Empire was established. Who do you think lived there?
Oh, I know who lived there. I've met some of them. Subterranean beings. That's a stupid answer, although I want to see what happens now that I know.
It's possible they weren't even human.
Oh, she actually liked that.
Perhaps their remnants still influence this world.
Perhaps. Anything could happen.
So you have safely disposed of those bandits. I pray that their souls find salvation.
Their bodies will not.
But why did they target the students to begin with? We must further investigate the true cause of all that took place. Until we know more, I ask that you support the students and relieve them of any unnecessary worry.
Once we know more, I don't have to support them?
Good. I have high expectations for you. By the way, how was your time in Xanadu? Legend has it, in ancient times, a goddess alighted upon this world in that very canyon.
Yeah, she was there with me, actually.
For a goddess from the heavens, Xanadu could only have been a temporary haven. Long ago, the divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess, a gift to help guide the lost.
It's interesting. I definitely do not remember this scene being shown previously.
The goddess is always watching over Fodlan from her kingdom above. However, in ancient times, the goddess graced this world with her presence and offered salvation to the people here. She is the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul. I see. During your time here, I pray that you come to devote yourself to the teachings of Seros.
Lady Rhea, I am sorry to interrupt. There is something I must ask about in regard to those bandits.
I mean, why would you be sorry to interrupt? This is literally these people you need to talk to.
As you wish. We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
Actually, that it still makes sense that he's sorry to interrupt. But he's not going to ask me.
I have no memory of her. But then, I have no memory at all. Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps Xanadu was my home back when the goddess walked the land.
This is not a very good misdirection. Like, even the first time I played this, I'm pretty sure I figured out that I don't know if I thought she was the goddess, but definitely related to the goddess. Like, not just some random person from back then. Like, how would that make any sense?
If so, what does that make me now? A ghost? No, that cannot be. I am most certainly alive. Of course, we also have the mystery of why I'm here with you. Is it somehow connected?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are not ghosts that live in my head.
Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on, and now I'm forced to stay with you instead.
It's something very close to heart, but I can't figure out what it is. Wink.
No, that's not it. I can't believe in such a meaningless existence.
Part 3? Part 2?
Part 1. White Cloud.
I forget they don't list the...
Island Moon. Mutiny in the Mist.
Because even though I think there's 12 chapters before the time skip, it doesn't tell you what chapter you're in.
When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south of Adrestia, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
That was actually a terrible, like, here, pick this thing and give it to people that you cherish, whether they be close friends or potential lovers. Wow, poor guys must be, like, racking their brains trying to figure out which one they are. You really need to do something different in order to differentiate it so that, you know, people know.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
I would hope so.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of
Okay,
Seros.
Ash's mission. Although I don't need taken, so I've already taken Ash this mission.
Lord Lenato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lenato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
And get ambushed by them. Because we can't do anything nicely or easily.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
Hey, Kathy.
This is Catherine. She will be leading the knights whom you will be accompanying.
So I did actually look up, even though she's going to be in my main crew, apparently she will not join you until either after the time skip or at least until after the point where I didn't see exactly where she would join, but not until after you resolve on not betraying the church. Apparently, in order to keep from screwing you over, the only character that will actually leave you is Blaine. Everyone else you recruit stays with you if you side with Edelgard. There's not a whole bunch of division where all of a sudden they're like, oh no, you're evil now. I can't be here. Because they don't want to suddenly you make this decision and suddenly your entire force leaves. That'd be terrible.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
So yeah, basically what I'm saying is don't expect her in the church group and for a good long while because the game literally won't let me recruit her until it's sure that I'm not going to betray the church.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
Sylvain's birthday. Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Okay, so first of all, certifications before I forget. We do have a few people that are ready. Mirbadan, of course. Can't let freaking Eddie show me up, even though I actually think she's a higher level than me now.
A new path to tread.
He shakes his head, no. I think I'm going to run out of these certificates before too long. Okay, she actually got a stat bonus. For some reason, most of them haven't so far. Yeah, she should be able to move up, but I'm out. So a lot of people down here, I'm going to need a bunch, but specifically... Beginner Seal... I'm going to get 10. Because I'm actually fielding two forces here, I'm going to need that many. I don't want to forget. So Happy, you can also become a monk. She can also become a soldier, which is interesting, but no, she's definitely going to go down the caster path.
Easy peasy.
No stat boost for her. Brooklyn Balthus. Okay, yeah, definitely. 62% chance to become a Mirabin, but no, fighter makes more sense for him. You don't have to have this much fanfare about it when you literally can't not pass.
Was there ever
Interesting that Yuri can also become a monk, but no, he's definitely going to be a blade person more than he's going to be a caster, although he will do both. And lastly...
Hold that hard.
Okay. So, look at all this. Interesting that I can't even start on Eddie yet. Like, we haven't even gone anywhere. So some S ranks that I guess I was a girl the last time I got them up to S rank. It sounds weird to say. I thought I hadn't actually seen this yet. Okay, but I'm gonna save like his for last. As always, we'll start with Eddie. I shouldn't say as always. I've never done this before. Scythia and Constance. Okay.
Lysithea, are you alright? You don't look well.
Huh? Oh, no, I'm fine. Really. Just not accustomed to so much manual labor.
You were cleaning the library all by yourself?
It is a big library.
Yes. The other student who was assigned to tidy up with me wasn't feeling well, so it's just me. I figured I could at least dust the bookshelves or something, but I got a little carried away.
So many books. You probably tired yourself out just moving them from the shelves.
As much as I love books, I can't say I love carrying stacks of them to and fro. They're so heavy.
Well, maybe you should think things through a little more next time.
And he's just like, stop being so dumb.
Surely you can tell how much physical strength the job is going to require before you begin.
I can do without the condescension, thanks. After all, I'm the only one who has to deal with the fact that I've worn myself out.
Well, no, because you're gonna need help now.
I only said that you should take care of yourself. Especially considering...
Considering what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Ooh, does she already know about the, like, dual press thing?
How about you return to your quarters? I'll finish cleaning up in here.
But I want to finish what I've started.
I don't mind, really. Please, don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. As long as you'll finish all this up.
I will. Get some rest, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Interesting, that's the first time I've ever seen a ranked C Lysithea conversation where she actually allowed herself to be ordered around.
If what I heard about Lysithea is true, I just don't know how much of it I should believe.
Alright, and then she also has one with Constance, because we are kind of starting to delve into these guys as well.
Tremble with wonder at the magnificence of my sorcery.
Oh god, she made the screen dark!
Unbelievable! It's simple tea, but somehow it's shining with the colors of the rainbow.
And the color's changing as it's being poured. How magical.
Of course it's magical. I achieved it through magic. It's a spell of my own design, in fact. Impressed?
But you can tell she's inside.
Is this what you wish to show me? I must admit, I've never seen such a thing. Is it still potable?
Eddie is not nearly as impressed.
Is it still potable, she asks.
Then I suppose you wouldn't mind taking the first sip.
Is that the whole...
That was amusing, Constance, but out with it. What was that favor you wished to ask of me?
It's a small thing regarding my house. I thought your highness might bend some slight effort towards seeing it restored from nothing.
I had a feeling that was it. I wish I could help, but you must understand my present circumstances.
Yes, I'm aware. All the more reason for you to get in on the ground floor, as it were.
This is also something I hadn't really seen before, with Constance being like very, very assertive. Like she always kind of bemoaned the fate of her house, but I didn't know she was actively working to fix it.
My magical might is unrivaled, as I proved to you only moments ago.
You made tea sparkle.
Surely you can see the obvious benefit in having the sorceress prodigy Constance at your beck and call.
I agree that you are remarkable. That is beyond question.
I'm questioning it.
But how do you imagine rainbow tea will help me to achieve my aim?
Just imagine the acclaim it will bring you at tea parties.
It's a most worthy party trick, yes. But I have no use for such a thing.
Come back when you have a more interesting trick.
Well, it's not as if that's the only trick up my sleeve. That was merely a sample of my repertoire. I never cease my work in developing new magic. Your Highness is sure to find some of it useful.
Constance, there's something important that I would like to talk with you about.
Stop trying to tell me what to do.
Oh, have we not been discussing weighty matters all this time?
It's regarding a truth that you and countless generations of House Nouvelle have occulted.
Occulted? That's an interesting word.
Ah, that.
If you ever feel like revealing all to me, I'd be happy to talk further.
That's a very, very interesting double talk.
Until then, my apologies, but as the Imperial Princess, there's nothing I can do to help your cause.
She's like, give me secret info and then we can talk.
Please don't misunderstand. As your ally and friend, I'm happy to keep you company. However, you mustn't expect more from me than friendship or battle support.
Of course. And now I shall make myself scarce. Good day.
Now that's an interesting rank 1. That's a super interesting rank 1. I'm happy to see that. So Lysithea or Constance. I'm actually gonna try and save these guys. Wow, Balthus has none. That's surprising and unexpected. So who all does Lysithea have? Me and Annette. I may have already seen Annette, to be completely honest.
Hi, Lysithea. When are you gonna teach me magic? Is now good? Why do I have to?
Why? Because you're way better at it than me, silly.
Nope, I don't think I saw this. This is great already.
Is that so? I thought you were something of an honor student at the School of Sorcery.
Well, sure, but I wouldn't say I've got any kind of natural talent for it.
Oh, geez, I know where this is
I'm
going.
gonna have to try very hard to become as good of a mage as you are.
What is that supposed to mean? Are you implying that I don't work hard too?
No, I have seen this before. Lysithea goes out of her way to find things to be offended at.
If you think my skills are inherent, you are sorely mistaken.
No, I wasn't saying that at all. Everyone knows how hard you work. I just meant that if I want to be as good as you, I'll have to work really incredibly hard.
And what is it you want to learn about?
Oh, so you'll teach me? Thank you so much! Actually... Oh, I get it now. I never thought about it that way before.
Look at how quickly you're picking this up. You're clearly very skilled already.
Don't be silly. You're just that good of a teacher. Your way of looking at the world is so fundamentally different from mine.
Well, that's what experience does. It kind of colors the way that we look at the world.
Do you insist on taking the conversation in that direction?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't doing that. There I go, saying the wrong thing again.
It's fine. Let's just drop it. A bit more self-confidence would go a long way for you, Annette.
That is a very interesting statement coming from her.
Huh?
Exactly.
That's all I've got for you today. I need to get going now. Lots to do.
Oh, I'm so sorry to take up your time. Thanks again for teaching me.
With a weird conversation. So when that is done, I'm still saving these 3. Like, they're the ones that interest me the most, and so therefore, because I'm the king of denial, I won't actually allow myself to enjoy it. Okay, so Bernadetta is... I'm almost certain I've seen Felix before. This is the, like, one about...
You don't have any business here, go away. You're bothering me.
Yeah, this is where they end up, like, going out to the field and there's traps and...
Finally spotted me, did you?
What do you want?
They say you're the best. I wanted to see your training with my own eyes.
I'll still let it play out because I still like Leone.
Spying on people. Is that a hobby of yours? I hope you got your fill.
Enough to see how to beat you, at least.
You think you can beat me?
That's right. See, I was trained by...
Yeah, Gerald, we all know.
Gerald, yes.
So you know.
I heard he was your teacher.
I mean, Leona, you literally tell everyone every sentence.
Perhaps we should test you. See how much of your training sank in.
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, I'll give you a chance.
Sounds good. When?
I'll let you know. In the meantime, practice. I won't go easy on you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be ready.
Yeah, same to you, buddy.
This will be fun.
And Bernadetta, this is one I'm not sure I've seen before.
Oh, it's Leone.
Wow, she actually sounds excited to see someone. That's weird.
Perfect. The soil's ready. Let's get to planting. She's so diligent, I can barely... Oh, look at her elbow.
I'm looking. Am I supposed to see something?
There we go. All set. Now a little
Is that
water.
a brace? Actually, that is interesting. It's only, like, wrapped on one side.
Her sleeve's all torn. She should get that fixed.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Hey, Bernadetta. What are you doing here? Leone! I was,
Wait, does Bernadette have a crush on Leone? That would be super interesting, actually.
What is it? I was just admiring your hard work. If you've got time to stare, you may as well help me out. Is that all you wanted to say? Not exactly. Well, come on.
Spin it!
It's the elbow.
She is so hilarious. I love Bernie.
Your elbow looks fine to me. Is it bothering you? Not mine. Yours. Your sleeve's torn. Huh. How about that? You're right. I didn't notice. You could have just told me right away, you know. It's just a little tear, though. Nothing to worry about. If you don't mind, I could fix it for you.
I'm sorry, I've seen enough anime. This is totally how, like, two people get together.
It would only take a minute. You can do that? I'm actually pretty good at sewing. I never knew. Well, if you're offering, by all means.
Absolutely, never turn down free labor.
Just let me finish watering these. Oh, I guess I should get this shirt off first, though, huh? What? Hold on, don't... You can't just...
Bernie! Okay, so Felix and Bernie. Bernie's got some... Felix does not. Okay, so well that makes that decision easy. And she has one with Petra. Two of my favorite characters, together at last. Oh, I just looked and Bernie only has up to level B.
Never yells, never says mean things about people. Maybe she'd be my friend.
Or Bernadetta just wants friends, but she never comes out.
Oh, there she is now. Okay, Bernie, you can do this. Bernadetta, are you needing help with something? How did you know? Do you have eyes in the back of your head or something?
It's a purple hair thing. You should work on it.
I do not have that, no. Right. Can I ask you something?
I am an incredibly shy person, and I've never been like, oh my gosh, will you be my friend?
Do you want to, maybe, be friends or something? Maybe? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like me. I don't know what you think of me.
Bernie.
What I am thinking? I am thinking that you remind me of Prey.
Oh, Petra is awesome too. God damn it! Why are both of these people so awesome?
What? Yes, like a rabbit in the tall grass. Always watching for enemies, and you flee at any sign of danger. You are quick also. I must be careful that I am not hunting Bernie when I take out my bow.
This is not helpful, Petra.
You try not to shoot me. That's, nice. You have similarities with Prey. That is all I mean to be saying. So you're saying you might end up hunting me?
Dang it. It's so perfect though, because Petra, of course, has no real understanding.
There's no need to have concern. I will make sure my arrows are not hitting you.
That isn't comforting. Whatever I did to deserve this, forgive me!
I love her like little thing at the bottom corner.
You do not need forgiveness, but it is yours if you are wanting it. Was I saying something wrong?
Oh my gosh, Petra's amazing. Okay, so Petra and Bernie are also, like... I won't say used up, that sounds bad, but... Oh, Yuri, saving that. Dorothea and... Hubert have a thing.
Completely unreasonable. How will I see to this?
Hubie, what are you doing here?
Yubi?
A routine matter. No cause for concern.
I'm concerned.
Ah, so it's something to do with 80 then.
Oh, it's pronounced 80. I always said Eddie.
And
She really is all you ever think about, isn't she? Look, I know you're doing all this so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll end up pushing you away. Maybe even hate you.
That definitely actually does happen. Clinginess is very unattractive.
this has nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I am simply her humble servant. I do what is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not is irrelevant.
It really doesn't look that way to me. I bet you'd follow any order 80 gave if you thought it would make her like you. Am I right?
No, he'd follow any order Eddie gave, regardless. Like, that's... What? That's stupid.
Any order? What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I will decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her.
Is that right? So, just for example, if 80 commanded you to find yourself a suitable wife, would you do it?
That is an interesting
If it
question.
would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes, I would marry.
It's easy to say that now, with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding? Nah, I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to see Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions. All other matters pale in comparison.
Hubie, pale in comparison? You've seen too many operas. I don't think you understand how the world works. At all.
Okay, Dorothea also is fairly awesome. Hubert is acting about how I thought he would. Nothing groundbreaking there.
And I don't care what you think either. I would make any sacrifice to support Lady Edelgard. It's a shame you've never experienced such devotion.
You're right. I don't have anyone like that right now. But maybe someday I will.
Then maybe someday you'll understand. Until then, we will never see eye to eye.
Your eye to my creepy eye.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do.
Hubie, I don't get you. Although I do find your point of view just fascinating.
Alright, and Hubert has additional ones. Obviously, I'm sure you've noticed by now, I just sort of like follow them around. So, Torosh, and I'm doing all of these last, although actually I guess that means I don't have very many in here. No, I've got a couple. I just haven't seen very many.
With this idea, I may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
Oh, I'd forgotten that early on that he was trying to outdo Edelgard.
This again.
Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
Oh, why? It's fun.
Maybe you would be more perceptive if your mind were less burdened by sedition.
Okay, sedition's a bit of an extreme statement there.
Sedition? Absurd. This is an important project.
Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She is not your rival, Ferdinand. She is above you. A noble like you ought to know his place.
Anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Edelgard this or Lady Edelgard that. Do you ever think for yourself?
I like this interaction.
You follow her around like a pet. You spend all of your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own failings.
Your nonsense is tiresome, so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son.
I wonder what Edelgard would think if she heard him talking like this.
Yes, I understand that. But my duty is to guide her, to give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do, always. Thus my devotion to surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. If you think it is tiresome to have a mind of your own, you will never be much of an advisor.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing?
No, actually, Ferdinand is 100% right here.
Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless.
Oh, wow, he got his feathers ruffled because he got owned, and he's like, I'm done with this conversation. Goodbye. I said good day.
I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here.
I said good day. Okay, we're just about out anyway. Lindhart has me and Poppy. Ingrid has Yuri. So yeah, we're down to these people. So let's see them.
Yes, it's decided. This meat is the best meat. Although the other inn has pretty great offerings as well.
Ah, if it isn't Ingrid. What are you up to in a place like this?
I love how he says a very, very long statement before she reacts.
Yuri, I could ask you the same.
I'm just out to send a little money to my family. Gotta help however I can, you know.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Forgive my tone earlier. You truly set a noble example.
She, like, changes her mind about people very, very quickly.
Right. Anyhow, looks like I interrupted you. You nearly choked on that wad of meat you were gnawing on.
Right. That is true, I suppose. You know,
What is it you're mumbling about?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, you once worked for House Rowe, didn't you?
Yes, sure.
4 years ago, when I visited Count Rowe at his castle, I swore I saw you by his side.
Quite the sharp memory you have.
That. Oh, I like his avatar down there, because that is a very surprised expression.
You aren't mistaken. I was staying there then, yes. I had been adopted by the Count.
Oh? Come to think of it, I thought I'd heard something like that. That the Count had adopted a distant relative of his. A young man whose future was both bright and promising. So, that was you?
Yes, my future was bright and promising, and then I got stuck underground.
Yep. Although now, I'm nothing more than a distant stranger to him. Our ties were severed a while ago. He helped me out by getting me into the academy. It wasn't long after that we started having all sorts of disagreements. What the hell were you doing visiting House Rowe anyhow?
Yes. That. How to put it? It was to help clean up after a friend.
Ah, you speak of Sylvain. That must have been quite the mess you were cleaning up. Back to the point. What are you doing out here? Do you frequent this area often?
Mind your business, won't you? I just like to go for walks, get fresh air, that sort of thing.
Eat meat. I feel like she and Raphael should be good friends.
Easy now. I'm not interrogating you. Really, I just wanted to warn you that it isn't so safe here in the evenings. You'll want to be on your guard.
I thank you for your concern, but I assure you I can handle myself.
Noted. Oh yeah, the innkeeper also wanted me to thank you. He wanted to thank you for being such an enthusiast for the food he sells. Seems pretty happy about it.
Is that so? How very... Well,
I'd better be off.
Seems she doesn't want anyone seeing her with a face full of food.
Or maybe she should eat less.
Too late.
Like, I feel like they learned from the fact that level C interactions were not very good before, because they're a lot better now. At least with the new people.
Life is a series of peaks and valleys. Our reunion is, to my mind, the highest of peaks.
Okay, I didn't realize they knew each other.
Spoken like one who's never known the lowest of valleys.
To think, we were once a pair of blooms, flourishing side by side
Oh,
in the
wow.
upper echelons of N-Bar society.
So Ferdinand does not listen to the people he's talking to, is what I'm getting from this.
Despite our differing aspirations, I think together we could have taken the mantle of leading the Empire.
Tread carefully, Ferdinand.
Some part of me clung to hope that you might emerge from the wreckage. I am glad you have. I know that was a difficult time for you.
It seems like it still is.
Oh, so you surmised that the single most humiliating event of my life was difficult, did you? It is becoming clear to me that this conversation is a waste of my time.
Oh, that was rather brusque.
Well, you kind of deserved it, though.
Well, pardon me if I seem unmannerly in the face of a reminder of all I have lost. My family, my home, my friends, my people, everything. I am all that remains.
Yeah, Ferdinand, you don't think things through very well.
I did not intend to offend you, Constance.
Then what did you intend? How like the noblest of nobles to be unaware of the suffering one causes.
And she is amazing.
You can't grasp what it is to be a newly minted peasant, can you?
That is simply not true. I care about you, and I was attempting to offer some words of comfort.
Enough! I need more than words, more than you have offered to provide. Though I am without status now, my spirit is no less noble. It will not do for you to condescend to me in my houseless state.
Well, to be fair, I don't think it ever does for anyone to be condescended to.
You have my sincerest apologies. That was a grave misstep. I did not mean to come across as condescending. I was merely being careless with my words. As you say, I have never experienced loss at such a staggering magnitude. I cannot imagine the pain you have endured.
But try.
Indeed, you cannot. I advise against trying.
Oh, I don't.
The more you harp on it, the more irritated with you I become. Never shall a day pass that I don't work toward restoring my house and reclaiming my title.
So I didn't actually realize her house fell that recently.
You, on the other hand,
Oh, it makes
seem
sense because she was
content to
brought up like a
remind me that it is
minor
lost.
princess.
Thank you, but I had not forgotten.
Constance, please.
I see no trace of the boy who made waves with me at balls and embodied the finest in the nobility. This newfound arrogance of yours is a discredit to House Ire.
Well. Okay. And Lindhot.
Stupid rain. Go back to the stupid cloud you came from. I'm soaked.
Please don't sneeze.
What a pain.
Happy? Yikes. You look like you just crawled
Oh no,
out
it's
of the
sighing
way.
that does it, not
Here,
sneezing.
dry yourself off. And don't just stand there. You'll catch a cold. Come on. I'll make you some tea.
Oh, okay.
Huh. It's been ages since I had a nice cup of tea during a rainstorm. Pretty nice, eh?
Why has it been ages? That seems like a great thing to do.
I don't drink tea very often. It is nice. But what does the rain have to do with anything?
Well, don't do those songs? Drink the tea in the pouring rain.
Doesn't rain make you want to read a book? Or rather, nap with a book on your lap. Though, I guess I'd like that no matter the weather. But then, if the book is too good, not only will I be unable to sleep, my tea would get cold.
Wow, Lindhart's a little self-absorbed.
That makes brewing it a wasted effort. Ah, and that's why I don't drink tea when it rains.
What?
Right. Thanks for clearing that up. And thanks for the cup of tea. Well, I'm pretty much dry now. Gotta say though, I'm kind of confused.
He has that effect.
Huh? About what?
This just seems way out of character for you. You're so focused on yourself, you've barely ever spoken to me before now.
Well, he's still not really paying attention to you.
No, good point. The thing is, I'm not cut out for battle. If a fight breaks out, I'm only a liability. It's better for everyone if I keep my distance.
What does fighting have to do with... Oh, I get it. You think I'm gonna sigh.
I still want to know, I mean, I guess the justification for it is the weird crest that she has ancestrally, but it's still weird. Like, no other crests have activated powers like that.
You're just like the others. But if that's true, why are you acting so different?
What do you mean? Use your words to make the things in your head make sense to the rest of us.
Fine. Here's what's in my head. I don't understand why you're being nice to me. Look around us. Nobody else will even risk coming near me.
They're probably afraid you'll sigh, since you looked pretty rough when we came in. Makes sense. Your sighs are disastrous. If I can prevent one with a nice, lazy cup of tea, it's the least I can do.
You see, you did it for your own sake.
Well, everyone does things for their own sake.
Well, whatever your reasons, I'm surprised that you'd even consider doing this. For me.
Abby, you're amazing, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Surprised or not, it's no skin off my back. I'll keep doing what I do, regardless of anyone's expectations. Think on that. I expected you to be a hazard, but you weren't. No harm, no foul, no need to sigh.
If only it were that simple.
I feel like she's got to have her size pretty well under control by this point. So, that's me, and that's me. And that's me. Okay, so we are at 46 minutes. Next time we cover Tarash's links, and we, like, tour the facility, because there's a lot of people to talk to. Hello. And yeah, that will be fantastic, and look forward to it.